Why am I scared?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Why am I scared?
This man doesn't trust a thing you say, bro. Look at him. He's
Yeah, he
skeptic.
does. He's giving you the side eye. Like,
Yeah.
are you checking your Instagram while we're filming?
No, I'm not. I actually wrote down questions to ask the curator, but thank you for making me feel self-conscious about it. I already have a Durag on in the art gallery.
This Comedians Talk Art.
We
this
talking
is Brian
art today.
Sullivan.
This is Sammy Anzer.
What's up? So wait, why is this one making me uncomfortable? Because you kind of feel uncomfortable looking at it too.
Because he's gangbanging on you. He's repping his set right now. He's Pyru.
Does this make you feel uncomfortable when you look at it?
No.
What are you feeling when you?
Curious. I mean, I want to figure out what's going on here when I look at it. It doesn't necessarily make me feel uncomfortable, but I want to try to figure out what's going on.
You don't think the side eye is a discomforting expression? What's your first impression? And don't even think, just like let it out. First impression.
This little shit just got away with blaming the baker for stealing something and got him beheaded at the gallows, and now he's on his way to mathematics class. And the mother is like, yep, my little shit can do no wrong. Here's the apple.
There's 3 apples. Okay. So first thing that I saw when I saw this piece is like, wow, these people got weird shaped heads.
The eyes are misproportioned.
The eyes are misproportioned and the heads are weird. And then I was thinking about that and I was like, this art doesn't seem like it's that good art.
What?
I mean, like, objectively, they got weird faces and they got weird eyes. And then I looked at the description. And if you look at this, it says, the elongated features and almond-shaped eyes of the unidentified mother and son characterizes the artist's style. And he often hid his male sitter's hands, notoriously difficult body parts to paint, tucked inside their vests. So this dude, he hid the hands because he couldn't draw them right. So, which is like a crazy thing to do if you think about it, where it's like yo, I can't be really doing punchlines that much, so I'm gonna just like
my act out's gonna be there. Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not gonna write it all, but I'm gonna be like, whoa.
So wait.
So just like lazy, not as good artwork. But I think often because we see art in a museum and you see some old white people, you're like, oh, this is some fine art. It must be worth millions of dollars. And it's like, you're seeing this and you don't even know this shit is mids.
Ooh.
Look at this art.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That's wonderful.
This is the new installation I've been hearing about, right?
Nope.
Community Talk Art 2.
Okay.
Can you tell us about this piece?
Yes, so this is Philip Pearlstein, and this is his female model in hammock from 1979. It has a real 1979 vibe to it that I really appreciate. He actually was in art school at the same time in Pittsburgh with Andy Warhol. And they came
Yes.
to New York, and they were roommates, and they were graphic designers together.
Have you ever laid in a hammock indoors in an apartment?
That is a really good question.
Why does this figure look physically comfortable and facially bored?
So this is a watercolor, first of all. So let's be amazed at that. That is amazing.
Wait, what does that mean, and why is that amazing?
You do this one time. It's not like an oil paint where you could go in and blend and make corrections. This is a one shot. We intentionally put it next to this because it has this almost a spray like it's been atomized. The mesh of the hammock is almost like it's atomized, right?
Yeah.
What does that word mean?
Like it's
Atomized.
like these. Oh God, it's almost like a galaxy. You know, it's just.
Whoa!
Now I see it.
Yo, hold on.
The Big
hold
Dipper.
on. That is no. That you are spitting.
Come on now. Come on now.
No. Honestly, I didn't understand atomized, and then you said it, and I was like, that is perfect because it's such a mundane object, and it's raw, and it's like ripping in some places, but then it almost takes on this beautiful galactic color and space and shape, and it's like a great contrast to this raggedy ass floor tile
Come on,
and
man.
like her dull expression. That is, I get it.
Shout out to Philip Pearlstein. I'm doing shout outs all day, okay? Follow him on SoundCloud.
So I saw this, and to me it looked like a disassembled rifle, but it also looked kind of like very artful, like calligraphy, and I thought it was very cool that the artist was able to make me feel both things at the same time.
Okay. Are you ready for this? Yeah. So where the last artist was all about realism and just like the objectness of realism, this artist is all about philosophy and poetry and a visual poetry and existentialism.
When you first saw this, what did you think of?
A guy running late for work.
Wow. Wait, show me where the guy is.
Right there.
He's on the middle line?
He's at the end, right?
Okay.
And he's like,
He's in a car.
yeah, he's tying his tie. His tie is flopping in the wind.
Okay.
You see it? And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, snap. I didn't get my coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, wait. Are you surprised that Brian saw the image of someone being late for work?
Was he late for today? For
Always.
this? Was he late for this today? Is that why I've been waiting so long?
Wow.
Getting slammed on by the curator. Come on, dog.
Brutus.
It almost looked like a something a little bit like you would find in an abuela's house. You know what I mean? And you don't have the heart to say like, hey, this isn't as nice as you think it is.
First saw this piece, what was the first thought that came to your head?
Fun.
Okay.
Why is it fun?
I don't know. There's just so much color and vibrancy to this work and so many different elements that I think it's just really eye-catching and kind of fun. There's a sense of humor about
Yeah.
it, you know, with this main figure sticking out his tongue. The name of the piece is What Are You Looking At? And I think that really comes through. And the figure in the middle is made from blown glass.
Like glass blowing, like what people when you make weed pipes, right?
Yes.
Just like that.
It's made from the same.
But
The same art form.
Yeah.
It just seems so. I think it's very cool to have something like this sat next to all like fine art.
say it like that. Do you not think this is fine art?
That is
No,
fine.
no, but that's
like
what
I
I'm
said,
saying
I
is
would
that-
put this in my living room.
But doesn't it look also purposely look like unpolished? Like the hands aren't very cleanly, whatever that hue is called.
Finished.
Yeah, they're not very cleanly finished.
I understand your point that it is something that maybe references pop culture more so than you see in a lot of other art pieces.
Ooh.